So, Tebogo Sefora.
Hi.
Yeah. Nice to see you after such a long time.
Long time.
Oh no, but that's good. That's good. That's good.
I'm seeing you for the first time.
You see me for the first time.
Yeah, maybe you don't understand how people end up in people's sheets.
Yes.
Because I can do that. You can say to me, if you you can say to me, hey man, I want to act, and I'm like, oh, sir, don't worry.
Yeah.
Hotel number 817. Come speak to me. Don't worry. Then come in, guys.
Hi, my wonderful people. It is, of course, to mate chick next door. It is Aaliyah_Rsa. And before we even start, I want to tell you guys, the Tabazadi Women's Corner is in the past now. We are rolling with Behind the Mic, and I have got a new guest today. Now, before we even do a lot, I would like to introduce you guys to obviously our producer and, Mr. Everything behind, of course, Nana's behind bars. I've got Zoltar. Zoltar, how are you doing? Oh, that's great. That's great. And then obviously we've got Tebogo Sefora, and then we've got Nqobile Magwaza. Boo, 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 boo. So guys, first and foremost, we wanna say thank you so much for obviously gracing us with your presence and coming here to Behind the Mic podcast, right? So what we're gonna be doing today is focusing on your personalities behind the scenes. I almost said behind bars. Behind the scenes, right? For the fans out there who somebody who's actually looking forward to be like Tebogo Sefora, to be like Nqobile Magwaza or Zoltar Miya for that point. Okay, now what is the stream behind it? So Zoltar, I'm gonna start with you. Is it okay? Okay, lovely. So can you please tell us, or in order for you who to, you know what, I actually want to produce a series called 9 Years Behind Bars, because what I do understand is about it's jail bars, it's jail, right? Yes. So what's with the 9 yards, and how does it balance with 9 years behind bars?
Okay, so the story is a true story. I come from Soweto, and I grew up there. So a part of my life, or some of my friends started doing criminal activities, and then the first was it was named Behind the Mind of a Criminal. But that never worked, so a few of my friends were criminals, so I was intrigued about their lifestyle and how they steal cars and how the entire process works into going jail, and see them come back and start from scratch, right?
Yeah.
So that inspired me to start doing 9 yards.
Yes. Oh, that's great. I'm gonna ask you a personal question. If most of your friends, you are who you chill with, I'm not implying anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, when I was in a circle of whereby now you are surrounded by people who are, I don't want to say criminals, but that's just the way to put it.
Yeah.
How did you make sure who you actually filtering yourself from that group?
No, it wasn't hard,
Yes.
because I was living in Ridgeway with my mom, and
Okay.
when things went bad, we went to Soweto, and that's when I see these things. But I was fortunate to go to good schools, so I could make good decisions and see that this thing wasn't paying for them. But I started saying, let me shoot something, and maybe that's my input in understanding why they're doing this, Yeah, and now I'm here.
So, okay, what is the whole message behind 9 Years Behind Bars?
It's about crime doesn't pay, If you,
Yes.
in everything you do, you must put good energy to it, and
Yeah.
good results will come out,
Yeah.
So whether it's you are a stripper, if you do good work, you end up buying a house, It depends the intention of you doing that thing.
Yeah.
Whether it's a good, it needs you to give a good positive vibration or a negative. It depends on the output.
Basically, no, that's actually a great thing. So with what you just said right now, in it being actually a positive, having a positive impact,
Yeah.
do you maybe have a parental guidance in terms of the age
Yes,
group
16,
that can watch?
obviously 16, 18 upwards, but obviously it's a crime.
Yeah.
Guns are there, strippers are there, so obviously it's a high content,
All right.
But beside that, it's about them learning something from it, because I hate doing something and there's nothing to learn is pointless, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's not easy doing this thing. You can see you're also doing it. You have to start somewhere, you know, and you need people to believe in it, you know.
Yes.
So without these people, this wouldn't be possible to.
Yeah.
And same applies to them, you know. So I think we all find beauty in the hideous, you know. It's
That's
how you
true, that's
make
true.
good out of it.
No, I'm glad that you said that, guys. As also got the whole you find beauty in the hideous. I'm gonna make that my caption. All right. So Tebogo Sefora.
Hi.
Yeah. Nice to see you after such a long time.
Long time.
But that's good. That's good. That's good.
I'm seeing you for the first time.
You see me for the first time.
Yeah, maybe no, that's why.
Oh my God.
I guess if coach changes, maybe won't change it now.
No, but it's okay.
Just refresh my memory.
Let me refresh your memory. Nelly, remember the time we were shooting for the next behind pass?
Nelly busiu ne.
Kono hopolang.
Okay, I was maybe that's why that's when we to handle busiu. Okay. Hobala na busiu, baby. That's why we're not bored.
So, okay.
I'm just kidding, man. Yeah.
So, make it understand the when your role. Who are you going to play with? I mean, as go 9 nights behind bars, and then does it maybe have any important significance in your life?
I think it has. First of all, Ketotala, the character at Diamond, you know, he's part of the crew that hijacks cars, of which in the beginning they do a crime that is very unforgivable, where they kill a pregnant woman.
Yes.
But now what I play there is basically just the guy that is, you know, when you're in a position where you see what's happening, but you don't fully agree with it. It never has too much, but obviously because I'm caught in the lifestyle, I'm the logical one in the group where I'm like, don't take too long, don't do this, let's get out of here, Wabo.
Yeah.
So I play the getaway driver there, you know.
Oh.
Yes, that's what I play. So the significance that I think it has, I don't think it has any significance with regards to me personally, but as far as my career goes,
yes,
I think it's something that I haven't played before, so it's quite challenging, which is great.
Yeah,
I think every thespian looks forward to those characters where you're like, okay, this one's gonna get me going. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
No, that's lovely. That's good to hear. And then also Nqobile. It's good to see you personally. Yeah, when I born, because fine. It's good to see you personally. Finally, my mom likes you, ne? And hi, mom. I'm with her. Anyway, can you please tell us firstly, before we step into 9 Nights Behind Bars? We know you as Umamfundisi from Smoke and Mirrors, if I'm not mistaken, right? Can you please tell us? I remember the first time I posted your picture on my social media platform for marketing purposes. They were like, you lie, that's not her. I'm like, I swear to God, that is her, right? And the reason why I'm saying this is because people sometimes, they I'm not going to say undermine, but it's more like having a hard issue with differentiating between a person appealing behind the screens as, you know, Nqobile, not Umamfundisi, right? So how did you actually get to a part whereby, you know what, I am actually going to play something entirely different from what people expect me to be? How did you do that?
I can't say it's something I decided or it's something I meditated on, or it will not happen this way. But I would say, for me, it was just umsebenzi, and then it came with a brief that says Uphilile looks this way, she speaks this way, she does this, she doesn't do that. So for me, it was more of an assignment to yini engitholayo, yini engayenza for me to bring Uphilile alive, for the people to believe Uphilile the way she is. So then I had to step off my comfort zone and find Uphilile. That's what I did.
Oh, that's great. That's great. I actually have a few questions from Facebook. I have a few questions from Facebook, right? So as a woman of belief, respectfully so, let's say now you are Umamfundisi. Ne? I have a question from Unumvuyo Fulani on Facebook, and she's asking, if let's say you are Mamfundisi in real life, and there comes a Lulu in your life, what were you going to do? Yeah. What were you going to do? Because the reason why I'm asking you this, women in our society currently are facing those type of challenges,
I know.
you know. So we wanna get it from your own perspective. If you were Umamfundisi.
If I was Umamfundisi and then there is a Lulu, one thing for sure is I believe in love so much.
Yes.
But as a person, I still think you can stay for so long. until kufike la othi khona okay I'm good.
Yeah.
I can't take it because I think uthando has to be something peaceful, has to be something nice. Love is kind. So if it's no longer kind, if it's no longer serving me, then I don't think I would stay.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
So you wouldn't stay, but you know emotions are different.
Yeah, but I think more than anything, sibulawa lento yokuthi, for an example, you carry that thing yokuthi ngiwumama umfundisi.
Oh yeah.
Ngapha ekhaya izinto azikho right and angibonakali honestly because to tell the truth uphilile noLulu, it got to a point where uphilile was just nothing endlini.
Yes,
and it was about Lulu this Lulu that, even ngumyeni wakhe, we
Yes,
understand.
yeah.
So as Nqobile or umama umfundisi in real, okay, I'm not umama umfundisi by the way, sorry.
Okay.
If I was umama umfundisi in real life,
Yeah.
bengizozama vele okusemandleni nami, I was going to pray about things, I was going to try different things to fix the situation, but if I lungi, I was going to step off.
You're gonna step
Because I'm
out.
simply that way.
No, that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Because at the end of
Yes,
because at the end of the
yes.
day, you still need to choose
Hamani,
yourself. You
guys.
need to choose your peace, and anything that doesn't serve your peace, it doesn't serve you.
That's
so
true.
just choose you better.
But I think when it comes to love, guys, it's in gray. It's not in black and white.
I know.
That's the problem.
I know.
Like you would actually see things just like re tlo bona gore no wena ba bapala strong, ba wetsa ntho e tshwanang right. But you're like, no, but I love this guy. But you know, he's hurting you.
It's always like that.
Yes.
Yikho kungekho lula for anyone to decide for you to stay or leave the relationship.
Yes.
We can only tell you ukuthi sisi lento iyaklimaza. Can't you see ukuthi you are losing weight?
Yeah.
Can't you see ukuthi une depression? Can't you see 1 2 3 4 5? But a decision, you are the one who makes the decision to stay.
Yeah,
on.
that's true. That's true. So, okay, now tapping into the nanas behind bars, can you please tell us your character and the significance it brings into the series as a whole?
One, I njengoba besashilo uZoltar earlier on ukuthi it takes one to have a vision and people buying into that vision.
Yeah.
I do believe in 9 yards. I do believe in it. And ngiyazi ukuthi with the people that he has on board, it's gonna come alive.
Most definitely.
We are here for that.
Yeah.
I play Udona. I'm quite excited. I'm very excited
Okay,
about Udona.
yeah.
Because one, she's totally different from a person I am in real life.
Yeah.
I feel like she's gonna keep me on my toes every day. I'll have to be googling, searching, like language-wise, body movements, I feel like everything about Udona is gonna challenge me,
Yes.
and I'm up for that.
I'm loving it.
up for that.
I feel like Nanas behind bars is going to be the bomb we've been looking for, Zoltar.
This year I told Tebogo as I'm speaking, when we started, he was there from day one. He knows, I had a budget of 10,000 and we'd make it work, but now it's no more 10,000. It's more because there are big producers and directors from Nikki, where it's a very big team now, and I'm confident, and it needs a lot of money to happen, So I was telling with Devs, I do not mind because I have a great team and I have people who believe in it.
Yeah.
And I had to start somewhere. Because so with Devs we has shooting on my camera, so now with Devs I shoot it was crazy, but now things are going to be different. There are designers, there's catering, we are planning, and it's going to be amazing. I gave her the character Donna because I did not want to typecast her, and that character is very interesting, There's a scene where the cops are coming in, and they've got guns blazing, and he's got his people at the back, and they're asking him, why are you doing this? And she says, I have to defend myself from people like you. So she has a very vindictive character, which I think is going to work. Same applies to Tebogo. It's going to get bad, and it's going to go to jail.
He's going to go to jail. Then that's behind bars and stuff.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
So, that's why I brought them here, so they could explain how this is going to work.
Yeah.
And I thank them for believing in me, first and foremost. And I thank them for also believing in you, because they're here because they believe,
Yeah.
Oh,
thank you so much for that. So, Get Your Fleeks, Nanas behind bars. Let's talk about that.
Okay, so Getoflix is my company. I started it with Paul.
Yeah.
Initially, I invested, obviously, when he started it. So I'm using it, obviously, first to upload movies there. But it's a different thing. When I started it, I invested a lot of money on it to get it going. So far, it's going good. There are movies there, international movies. But I do not want to put this one on Ghetto Flix. I want it to go out so it doesn't seem like nepotism.
Oh,
and
yes.
it looks easy for which I'm shooting it and I'm putting it in my app, you know. So I want it to be challenging. So it also challenges other movies out there that
Yeah.
are in the industry.
You spoke about Netflix and what is this other one?
Showmax, right?
Yes, yes. So basically,
Yes, I am. You know, Tebogo, I remember, is not just the actor. He's my friend, and he's also in the technical team. In the planning, he's there. He knows in a couple of weeks we're going to release location planning. We had designer fitting schedule, but obviously that never happened
Yeah.
because of some complications. Yeah, but we're doing things the right way this time.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Atebza, ke tla ka wena hape he.
Buya.
Yeah, bona. So ako go bolelle mane ka House of Zwide. House of
Hey.
Zwide, House of Zwide, House of Zwide is so interesting. I remember the first time I go Ohlaha. I had to put out my phone
Why?
because I can. Anyway.
No, wrong phone name.
I was like, no ways. So I go bulele man, cause wow, I feel like besides I do understand with Nanas behind bars that you do have a family, but also go House of Zwide, right? I see how even the cast members are treated. You guys are like family, like bona,
Yeah,
you
I mean,
moja,
well,
you understand?
happy family.
Yes. So ho tlile jwang hore ba o nominate kapa o kene go Nanas go House of Zwide?
Just like every other character, man, you you get the brief from Agent Yahao, and then you go and audition, and if you do a great job, they like you, and you fit the whole description.
Yes.
Then that's how you get it. You know.
Yeah.
There's no other way unless if I can say
Oh no.
involving sitting like this on a couch.
Oh my God. Okay, yeah,
I wouldn't know
yeah.
anything about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then that's what happened for me. You know, I got the brief from my agent. It's like, hey man, I want to send you somewhere, and then I went there, did my best, and got the call back.
So it was through an agency.
Yeah, it was through an agency. Yeah.
And then-
everything happens through an agency, unless if you
Oh.
lucky, maybe once in
Yes,
the blue moon you
yes,
get it like a
yes.
headhunt or whatever. You know.
Yeah. So there are actually a lot of people who actually wants to be actors and actresses, but now they don't know how to or who to talk to or when to do it.
I think for a lot of people, the first thing that you need to really ask yourself is why. Why do you want to be in this platform?
Yeah.
You know, because I think a lot of people want to be in it for the wrong reasons, and that's why they don't even know where to start. That's why
Yes.
that's why they end up sitting on couches and stuff. You know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know. So you first need to ask yourself why.
Yeah.
Why do I want to be an actor? Why do I want to be an actress? Why do I want to tell a story? Why do I want to be a creative?
Yeah,
Why? Like
yeah.
it has to be so deep for you that nothing else makes sense to
Yes,
you but
yes.
research. You're not going to be inboxing actors and actresses because that's the inboxes that you get as well, you know.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
Yeah, and someone's like, "Hey man, didn't like what we're acting, don't fuck it."
As
And
if-
it doesn't happen that way. It doesn't
Yeah.
happen that way. If it happened that way, then like it doesn't make sense for me to have taken 10 years
Yes.
to get into the industry.
Yeah.
Because I wanted it, I tried this, didn't work, da 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 da.
Yeah,
So if
yeah.
anything, ask me for that journey. And a lot of people, I tell them, Khorejo, before you say you want this, I understand that you can have faith in yourself
Yeah.
to say, "Nakia act, like you're blind," but you need training for this thing. As much as you can tell yourself that you know it, it's not as easy as we make it
Yeah,
look.
no, it's
you know,
not.
There's a lot
It's
of training
not.
that went behind that, and that's where everybody needs to start, because it's not just a script as like that we're speaking about. There's also the breakdown of that. There's also the breakdown of your character. You need to know why the person
Yes.
is doing this and why they're saying this, the way they're saying it. You know, there's just too many technicalities, and I feel like you can only learn that skill through training.
Through
You know?
training, basically.
Exactly, through training, yeah. So whoever out there that wants to be an actor and a performer, whatever, I
Yeah.
would say to you, first invest in yourself and know exactly what you're doing, because you don't want to get the opportunity and you're not ready.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
because then
know,
you'll be
it
like,
happens.
nga act, and I'm like, okay, you know what, sharp. I know Zoltar Miya,
Yeah, yeah.
Yamtemba. You know, he
Yeah.
says he can act, Yamtemba. Best way I figure out, we give you a script, clever camera lights, and then so you shake, imagine now so you're embarrassed
Yeah.
because you didn't go through the training. So
Oh,
first and
yeah.
foremost, invest in yourself. Really know what you're doing before you get the opportunity. You know, just
Yeah.
pray and align with what you're praying for. I always say this. I even said this also the other day. I'm like, whenever you pray, you must meet your prayer halfway. Because I wish I a lot, but
Yeah,
you
and
never.
then
Are
we'll
we
look at
bitch?
us. Yeah, that's
Mara
true.
we bitch.
That's true.
You know
Yeah.
exactly. So invest in yourself and undergo training before
Yeah.
anything else. Do as much research as possible, you know. Even with the agent, I know there's so many agents. There's agents that cater for models, for background, for supporting, blah blah. You know, you also need to be aligned with stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, just learn, just do your research so that you can be better prepared. Something. That's how people end up in people's sheets. Because
Yes,
I can
indeed.
do that. You can say to me, if you can say to me, hey man, I want to act, and I'm like, oh, sir, don't worry.
Yeah.
Hotel
But it's a
number
relevant.
817. Come
Yeah.
speak to me. Don't worry. Get there, and I'm like, I can put you in 9 years, man. All you gotta do is there's too many people that want this, and all you need to do is just show me your chest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What are you gonna? How much do you want
touche.
it? You know, and so many of our artists have been taken advantage of like that, and you'll find that they don't end up with the job, but then your dignity is gone. You went this route because you didn't do your research. You didn't get the training. So do your research. Do things the right way. That's all I'm going to say for the person out there that wants to be.
No, that's lovely. That's actually a great message for our viewers there at home. In the meantime, guys, don't forget to obviously like our channel, subscribe, and do the right thing. Share with your friends, right? So, what are the difficulties that you've actually faced in the acting industry? Right. Let's talk about the bad things that you've faced, and then we're not out of those situations to rise again as a phoenix that you are.
I would say that I have so much love for this. That, you know, when you have so much, I think we were talking just now, there's this gray area when love is involved. You know, you don't really see the bad like that. I think for me, it's not the bad. It's only like your downsides.
Yeah.
Where my only downside with this would be not working. You know, because even when I'm at work, I'll be speaking to these veterans that I work with. Because I work with a lot of veterans, excuse me. So I'll be speaking to them, and everything that we'll be speaking about is just come here, do your job, and don't worry about anything else. You know, just get there, do my job, and leave. The politics, I try not to engage in any of that because of the love that I have for this thing. You know, you don't want to find yourself not doing it because you engage in something that didn't involve you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now for me, I would say the downside would be wanting this so bad and not getting it in the time that I wanted. But I've learned to look the other way. I've learned to put my whole faith in the universe and God and timing, to say if not now, then maybe later. You know, if not this, then there's probably something bigger. So, you know, the setbacks are the only downsides, because we are working, but for how long? You know, tomorrow you wake up and the show's cancelled, the show's canned, or your character's dying, or whatever. And now you're not working anymore. You know, so those are the challenges that we would probably have, that we're seeing now with our actors Bakhale, where now they're sitting and they're not working, and now you see them posting the karat, and we laugh at them, but then that's the reality. It can happen to anyone. We saw this in 2021 during COVID, when everybody was losing their jobs, everybody was just, you know, everybody was retrenching. It can happen to anyone. Unfortunately for us, it happens more often than usual. You know, for us, unfortunately, where or span 6 months and that's all you have for 6 months, and then after 6 months you stay for 2 years to span. So it's quite true. That's for me. That's the downside of it. Otherwise, everything about it is amazing. And I would do this for the rest of my life.
No, I'm loving that. Just Nqobile, do you maybe have any things that would also like to share with regards to any difficulties you faced in the whole media industry, the media segment, as a woman specifically?
As a woman,
yes,
there's not much, but ukubanje umuntu wesifazane South Africa, we challenging ngokwakho. You know, so once you find a way of living outside of the media, uzokwazi ukuphila even with media, because it starts from uzazi ukuthi okay, I can go this far, this I do, this I don't, and then you set your rules, you live by them, you stand by them. Then anything efika njengoba uqeda kusho ukuthi in this industry, like more than anything, you just need to understand ukuthi why am I here? Yini kahle kahle ngithathe yangibeka lana. And then keep your mind on that. There's a lot of politics, there's a lot happening. And unfortunately, not everyone gets to see those things. But even if you get to see them, but your goal is always ngilana ngizosebenza. So whatever that happens, I'm out of it. I'm just here to work. And I'm gonna make sure I keep my spirit there, because I need my emotions, I need everything intact. So I'm not gonna let anything disturb my peace until I get to do what I'm here to do. Then I leave.
No, that's great.
It's that simple.
So with the, I'm gonna call it the Scots Mapuma situation, what would you do in the Scots Mapuma situation, where by now you can't live your life because wherever you go, people wanna take selfies with you?
Who's that? Sorry.
Can't do another guy. Not the one guy. Scott Mapuma is that guy. Scott Mapuma, that guy. So he was trending recently
Yeah, just
because
give
of
us some background.
Yeah,
What did he do? Which situation?
on a trender recently, ane? Because apparently it's about to something like that.
He was taking pictures of people.
She didn't want to, which is understandable. Which is a man. Yo,
It's what you spoke
Yo.
about when you said, you know, with the table.
But you can't say Scott my problem situation that we know because I know he just bought a house now. I will celebrate.
Oh my God.
You know, so I don't know what you're referring to. You need to be clear in what you say. That's like we're all thinking the same thing. Maybe
Yeah,
We spoke about when we said, in terms of taking pictures, you normally want to do it once and finish instead of
Oh.
and you don't want to go to
that.
the mall and people are stopping.
Oh, that's what she
exactly.
Okay.
How guys-
Now, that's what she means. Okay.
That's
cool.
what. That's the Scott. Yeah. the Scott situation.
There you go.
Anyway,
Okay,
and
cool.
how do you guys
that.
deal with that? Le dila jwang ka yona?
For me, it's amen. That we have nothing against, you know, taking pictures and everything. If anything, I love that, you know.
Yeah.
But there are certain like a DJ, you know, as well. And
Yes.
then if I'm booked for a gig, I know who I'm there to play, and after that, I will chill with the people and take pictures. I can take pictures with each and every one of them because I'm booked to do that. If I'm not, because I'm working. If I'm not working, it means I'm outside of now being this person. I'm
Yeah.
not just doing my own thing, going to buy milk because umntwana uyakhala endlini. Meaning I must get the milk and come back into the
Yeah.
you know. I'm a normal person at that. During that process, I'm a normal person. And if I say to you, tata fast and fitting vi, I will still probably do that. But if there's no time for that, that means I'll have 2 or 3 people saying, this guy has speed. But I'll have 100 saying, I'm so gay, like, you know. So if it, like, I don't think it should be a consistent thing. I mean, I don't have anything against that because I think a lot of us, if untold at a bad time, there was a time where I was traveling to Rustenburg. I had just lost my knees. And I was traveling to Rustenburg. We stop at the garage, and obviously people see you, they get excited. Aaliyah Rsa, and I'm thinking I'm going to a situation. I'm already in that environment, you know. If you see me in that environment, you don't know. You see somebody that you like, and you know me. I do not know you. So I know when I'm dealing with these things, I'll probably give you a bad experience because of what I'm going through, and you won't understand. I'm not expected to understand, and that's okay. You will have your own understanding or your own perspective. We met him garaging, but you don't know at that moment what I was dealing with. You understand? And Upidile can come to your living room each and every single night, 9 p.m. They come, they visit you. What's what TV can and TV? They're with you every single day, but you are not with them. So imagine you as a normal person. As a normal person, how celebrity, how public figure, you're just a normal person. Or via Ostrate. And then I just jump on you like, I don't join, but just talk about it. How you gonna? What would be your first reaction as a normal person? Exactly, you know, that'll probably be your first reaction, like, because you see me for the first time, I don't know you, so it's the same for me. You know me because I come to your living room every single day, but I don't know you. So I jump in, I'm like, hey, so that will probably be my first reaction.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly. So if you come into my space like that, and there's people that don't ask, the people that are coming to you
they just
and are clapping your phone at, and you're like, oh, sister, play. So, my picture sharp and so on. Not just come and then like sometimes we look at these things and we blame our public figures shames and blame on too.
For real.
Because you know he's behaving this way, but sometimes even their approach in that as well, you know. Some people are okay with that and some people are not. I don't think you would want someone to take a picture with you. You wouldn't want that, but some will do that. Some will come and be like, just talk about hug.
So I think personally, there was a point where they wanted to show him which without them, he's nothing.
He's nothing, yeah.
So I didn't like that because as much as he's nothing, now they need him, you know. So it came across as if they want to punish him.
Yeah.
They wanted him to apologize, you know. So they have their own right. But remember, Nqobile Magwaza is also human.
I get that.
Yeah,
I think
with
him, it was his matter of approach.
Yes.
Because I can tell you this for free. With whatever that he said, there's 90% of our artists that are thinking the same thing, but it's like, don't go there, don't say that.
Yeah.
So
The
even
way
if
you say
do
it.
say it, you need to say it in a certain way. So I think if Flopiake is just, he was just being himself.
Yeah.
He's being
Yes,
real and raw
yes,
about it, and
yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that. If anything, some of the artists in Konin were like,
Yeah.
No, yeah.
but sure, because then it's very tricky. It's a 50-50 thing, It is.
Sisekulento yeyithombe or
Yeah,
into
yeah.
yokubonwa abantu. Bengihlala etown edrobheni eJozi.
Okay.
But for some reason everyone knows umuntu owazi iJoburg uyazi ukuthi mawuseJozi ibag yakho ila, iphone ilana, you have you know you just making sure ukuthi right yonke into is safe. But now staying in town kule side bengihlala kulona, you'd find ukuthi uyaziphumela nkosami uyothenga nje ubisi. Phela iflat leli ishop nansi uyehle uyothenga ubisi ne. And umuntu mayekubhekile eJozi awazi umuntu mayekubheka ukuthi ukubhekela ini.
Yes.
Nini umuntu ukubheka because engqondweni nento ethi ufana nophilile losisi. But engqondweni yami nento ethi yabona maye ngibuka kanje for sure they planning something. And ekugcineni kosuku you come off as umuntu ochomayo noma oyitshelayo because you're so closed off. You don't know who to trust and who not to. Yeah, so as a result I moved out of town because I felt like besekujwayeleka ukuthi ngizobona umuntu and nami ngibe nento yokuthuka because angazi ukuthi kufanele ngenze kanjani.
Yeah. No, it's bad. Actually, the problem is milk. Because Lona.
No, we're just making an example. Look, you just go on like quickly. You just want to get something in your bag.
Yeah. No, I do understand. I think I'm actually now asking you guys about this. I'm getting a different perspective as well. And I am sorry because I am one of those people who like ask codes and fates. I was one of those people. And now I do understand what you guys talking about. I wouldn't want people invading my private space. Like, someone keep on my eyelash. Like, don't do that. You know what I mean? Yeah. No, I do understand. So, about lots of guys who are totally planning with 9 Nights Behind Bars for the future and with other ventures as well. Do you guys have any plans? Something that we should be looking out for? Anything at all?
I don't understand the question.
Yeah. Please ask that again slowly.
Okay. I am going to do that for you.
Because we were on this course thing and now we're like,
just like that. So you guys are coach of guard. Understandable. Yeah. So I was talking about the plans that you guys have for the future. Like, who would you like to work with? Is there something that you're currently working on that we should be looking out for? Yeah. Yes.
In fact, with this thing, you never know.
Exactly.
You never know because I can sit here today and say I get card, but I went to an audition yesterday and then you find I get a call back tomorrow or not.
Okay.
So with this thing, you can never be very, very sure. As far as I'm concerned, we are now fully invested in this project because we want to get it off the ground because it's been so long, So now the whole energy is focused on this. With whatever that we're planning now, it's just this for me, And just do the thing as the best way we can because really now I know there's some very, very awesome storylines that are coming with my character Tato on Hustle's video, so I'm looking very much forward to that. So continue to watch Labona, other than that, we're here 100% here.
Okay, then that's lovely. So is there anything that you'd like to add, Mr.
Yeah,
Zoltar?
no, I'm just excited, I have a very good team. I think it took me years to get here. It's not easy, guys. I'm just being honest. It's not only about the money, it's the energy and the time, So the more you spend time on something, it's the more it grows, 9 years, it's 5 years or 3 years now.
Hey, when?
But now I see where this is going. And I never saw what I was doing, but we just had a camera. Debza was there. We were shooting. We were excited. Hey, not we are big campus, But we had to go over that, and now we started talking. No, man, this is not proper. The makeup. We need a makeup lady. Costume. I remember Maureen was bringing some of his clothes so people can wear. So it wasn't there. But now we have a designer. Things are proper. It took us time. It's not easy. That's what I'm trying to say. With two tips I was explaining a DJing process. It started from way back, Now he's getting booked. Someone would think, because he's acting, That's why. No, he worked. He had to work. You know?
This is what I meant by whatever that you pray for, you need to also align with it, you know. Because if at some point I sat with myself and I saw myself doing these gigs, it means I started practicing. You know, so from like 2020, 2021, I know I need to work at this. And then when I got my big break, I'm like, oh, by the way, nyadlala. And people think, oh, and I'm because of motivation. If you feel that way, you can tell the difference with Simanje yeah, so yeah, it's been alright, but it's been a very long road. Even when we started, we were a lot. You know, we were a lot. I think there was 40 of us, 50. We had familiar faces as well in the team. And then you get home and then you see Ban left the group. Left.
It was daunting.
Because not everybody will believe in it, you know. And you're saying you were there for sure how started the group. You are not the people that left. Exactly, non-believer.
I don't do that.
See, now we here because we believe it. We leave our groups. Something, guys.
Fine. It was with her, you know, she got a job and she had to start doing a 9 to 5, you know. So it was hard now to get hold of her. So luckily now I have Michelle, you know, I have very good white people.
Replacing.
I'm irreplaceable.
Michelle, Claire. They're very good, you know, they're in the industry, we've got extras, it's working.
It's lovely.
I don't want to lie. And with Nqobile it's different. I remember when we wanted to do it, she got an opportunity and she couldn't, you know, and she left, you know, but I reached out to her and she said she wanted to do this all along, but now I never had a character. So I had to think out of the box. I never wanted another Mamfundis, you know, because she hates that. She hates doing something and it starts becoming a norm,
consecutively,
you know?
makes
So
sense.
yeah, with this one, it's getting there, and without them, I don't want to lie, you are nothing without people that support you, you know.
I think if you read between the lines, what he said was she left because of opportunities, but then she came back.
I was coming there. Yeah. No, thank you so much for coming back. Thank you so much for Booyah. Nanas Behind Bars is actually a huge project, and I'm wishing you guys well in life. Each and everything that you want to pursue in life. I pray that God sees it through. I do.
We can already see God in it, man.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's great.
We can already see
Yeah,
God.
but more than anything,
No, don't do that.
No, but you can't be saying stuff like that without consulting me first.
I'm just saying, you know.
In the story, Kulman with Diamond, not Dora, they're gonna have a thing.
No, but I don't think so, but it's okay.
Yeah, but
they're gonna have a thing.
He's very fortunate. I envy him.
Nami ngithanda umuntu wakhe, yazi umuntu wakhe unjani.
Stop it.
Yazi umuntu wakhe unjani.
Awumtsibi Tebogo.
You know unjani umuntu wakhe, ngimthanda kabi nje like na iBhayibheli. But she's very different from her, you know. Yena uma mfundisi ombonayo lapha is the opposite yomuntu wakhe.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Siyayibona le ndaba.
Ibheka la amathi last one abaphelile. Umuntu wakhe.
Oh, you guys know.
Ngabe kuhleli ibhodlela.
Come on, guys.
But
Back to Anya.
Back to when? Don't mind. But back to Nanyati. Thank you. I'd like to thank them for the support. I wouldn't do that without them.
Yeah. No, we took Nanyat as our own personal project as well. You know, we saw something like this and we like, we have now a potential of being a part of something like this from the ground, you know, because we see it all the way up there, and who wouldn't want to be a part of that, you know? I'm not inviting anybody else to grand. It's not.
But I always tell them that the aim of this is, I'm just being honest, it's their project. And obviously the good directors I have, they're willing to take it to Netflix. Once it's there, it's ours, you know.
It's our thing.
We have our own. We'll start doing our own. We'll call our own shots. We'll have our own office. You know
what I mean?
To
dream, but everything started like that.
What office? Yeah, we went. We looked for the office. We wanted to go to that office, but I think the spacing. It was like Nati office looked too. Where we are getting a lot and
no, it's fine.
So we had to just. you know. Yeah, it didn't work. It looked like more like an apartment, and for the price, it was too much. Remember, they charged us
I remember.
6,000.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So we have a new one in 27 boxes in Melbourne.
Okay.
That's where I keep my equipment, and yeah, it's in the contract the company is there. We're gonna do PPM meetings there too. Yeah, but yeah,
we're growing.
Good. Yeah. All right. No. Okay. Thank you very much, guys, again for coming, for gracing us with your presence, guys. It is Aaliyah_Rsa. It is the Matric Next Door. We are chilling out at behind the mic. This is your girl Nqobile Magwaza and Zoltar Spoken Mirrors, and it's of course Tebogo Sefora, guys. Ne, let them tell Maniko. And of course we have our awesome producer. Guys, okay, it's fine. Guys, yeah.
No, today you invited Tebogo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Tebogo believes in when he's in a character.
Yeah.
He leaves Tebogo at home, and when he goes to have so sweet, right?
Yeah.
But right now he's here.
I know.
So Tebogo is here. That's
Yeah.
why it's Tegaganje, you know.
Yeah,
So no Tebogo.
This is totally different from what we see your husband's day.
Definitely.
I understand now.
Ne.
Yeah, I'm next. And then guys, we have Zoltar Miya. Thank you again for coming there, guys. Yeah, like I said, it is Aaliyah_Rsa. Please go on our YouTube channel, like, subscribe, and share with your friends. We out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys.
Woo!
Yeah.